Hey y'all, I'm back. Kevin, you did a fantastic job hosting last week. I hats off to you, sir. You were great with Ronald and Cyrus. I loved all the NBA talk. Um, I have some questions about what y'all were talking about at points with your picks, but I can't say anything because I did say the Knicks would be good this year. Um, so I will eat that. But guys, we're at episode 1. Season 3.
What is that overall?
That would technically be episode 105.
So this is 105 right now. Wow.
Yeah.
We've really made it.
Yep. We haven't made any money off this yet, but it might
I
happen.
mean, at some point that would be amazing because then I can, maybe quit my regular job and I can do this, semi full time or, be famous somehow. But I digress. Honestly, 105 episodes. Kudos to Merritt for dealing with me for already now, not 1 but 2 years. Unreal. And yeah, we're just gonna keep going as long as we can do this, and long as we can stand each other. Hopefully we still have our producer because our producer needs to get on here because he's supposed to join us.
Yeah, producer Andrew is delayed because he went to the grocery store. Though he knew we were recording at 7. Andrew, I cannot wait for you to hear that little snippet, and it has to stay in. But we're back. Like I said, Kevin, you did a great job. I was playing with the cows and singing country roads at a wedding. Apparently, my friend's one of my friend's wife's now wife, like friends or something, her boyfriend went to West Virginia.
Okay.
So that's why they played it, and they knew I went there. So, dude, we belted it. It was awesome. Like literally, I was like, "Holy shit!" There's country roads. Like all of a sudden, my friend's wife's pointing at me like, "Get over it!" I'm like, "I got to. Like, I have to jump in. Like, I can't not sing this song." Um, but it was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed a nice break from the real world because I don't have any more breaks until I don't even know when at this point.
Enjoy it while you can, sir.
I know. We got 7 more weeks.
My God, that's gonna come up quick too.
Dude, the last honestly, the last 2 months have really felt like they've flown by. The first few, like the first trimester, slow. Okay, we get through it. Then it's just been like a ball rolling down a hill.
No, I can only imagine.
Yeah, yeah. No, you'll get there one day, Kevin. I promise.
In about 15 years.
Man, you're gonna be an old dad. Oof.
We'll see what happens.
Is your kid gonna be graduating high school and be like, "Hey, where's your dad? He's the guy in the wheelchair over there with the white hair."
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, that's fine. Do power to you, bro. Um, but let's talk about it, Kevin. Is this one of the other surprises that you had discussed earlier? A couple weeks ago. I know you had the surprise of the Tim Tebow jersey. Is this something?
No,
No.
this is
Oh,
not. This has been, I'll be honest, this has been in the collection for a while. I
okay.
just honestly happened to find this today. So this is just, I'll be honest, it's a replica of, hold on, let me see my screen, of Jason Williams. This is like 100% Asian sizing. I can tell it is not real because if you notice the swoosh, it is so pointy up this
It
way.
is so thin at the bottom.
It's too close to the NBA logo. These sleeves are too thick. Like this is like so stitched, and I think this is Asian sizing because it's literally so tight on me right now
And the
that
and it looks very like high to the neck. Usually they're a little lower.
yeah, this is how I was wondering why this jersey was $20, and then when I received it in the mail, I was like, yeah, this is 100% $20. So
Okay.
yeah, honestly, I feel like I should just give this to like Andrew because maybe he could actually fit it because
Ooh.
this is like freaking so tight on. We'll ask him when I see him.
Well, yeah, and he might actually rock that to like a college party, and he'd have to send us a pic in it so we can put it on the Instagram because
Oh,
it'd just be zapping.
100%. Yeah, like this would be a perfect wear to a college party jersey because you could fuck it up because you didn't pay much for it, and they'll give me an excuse to find a better version of this because this one, truthfully, this was a bad purchase on my end.
Hey, it's okay, man. We all have those. I definitely made some of them myself in the past and gotten rid of them. I'm pretty sure I had an old Magic Johnson like high school jersey that was just god awful and ugly. It was horrible.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why I got it.
Just because you had to. That's what it is. It happens.
I was like, oh, it's Magic Johnson. Yay. And then
Hmm.
I was like, why did I buy this? I don't need this.
Hey, the impulse buying is real. I do it all the time.
That's true. You do. And that is okay. We're all allowed to. Well, my turn. I am wearing my newest beanie to my collection. I bought it, of course, when I was in the hills of Vermont, when I wasn't playing with the Highland Cows or singing country roads with everybody on a dance floor at a wedding. It is from a company called Katin, Katin, out in California.
Nice.
I just went into like this kind of cool looking thrift kind of store, and my wife pointed it out. She's like, "Oh, that's kind of a nice hat." I was like, "Sure, why not?" Put it on, and I feel like a lumberjack.
Yeah, you look like you're about to go tear up a shed right now.
I feel like I'm either going to tear a shed up or I'm going to split wood or somehow play a bass guitar. I don't
Yep,
know. And
100%.
yeah, but I definitely can't do the last thing at all. I can do the first thing and this other two, but not the bass guitar. No, not at all. So I want to touch on something before we dive into the week of sports update because I give you credit for last week. It was phenomenal. You guys went on for 2 hours, by the way.
Well, you guys said you wanted a two-parter, and I forgot to track time. Like, for example, today I forgot to track time as well. But I was trying to get you guys 2 episodes worth of content,
You almost,
and
I'm pretty sure you could have. You did a good
I
job.
mean, I definitely did. We were an hour and 54 minutes. Worst comes to worst, like we definitely could have gotten that. And I even said it in the edit, the whole deal.
I heard
Andrew, if
you.
you want to split it up, you can. But then again, if you split up, then that's a lot of work.
Yeah, that is very true. That is
Andrew's a
more
busy guy.
apparently. But I I love the simple fact out of all of you guys, Cyrus completely forgot about the Lakers.
Yeah.
I was shocked because I would put the Lakers above the Clippers, like you and Ronald did. I have no faith in New Orleans at all. I don't think they're going to do well. Sacramento, I think, will be the 4 seed, to be honest.
I think I had Sacramento like around 6
Yeah,
because I
you're
pretty
at
much had the
6.
whole Pacific Division just going in order at that point.
Yeah, you do. I will agree though with Ronald. I think Golden State falls off.
Very possible.
That one I could agree with.
We don't know what that whole thing is going to be like Chris Paul, Curry, and Clay. Like I don't know what that's going to be like.
And don't
I'm
forget
curious what it will look
Draymond
like.
and Wiggins and Looney. They
Yeah,
are all
that's a very very small team.
very small. I love the simple fact you look at the Eastern Conference side, and everyone has Miami near the bottom. I don't get Cyrus because
What
I
did
think
Cyrus do?
I can never say Philly is going to be number 3 because Philly is god awful and they're trash at this point. James Harden isn't with the team, so he's not playing. So I would have to put the Knicks above that. I like Cleveland. I don't know how he left Cleveland off because I know his reasoning was injury potential, but you look at the rosters, that's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know what Cyrus's deal with that one was. I personally thought Cleveland's one of those teams that it was that this could be like their level up year
I think so
because
too.
they got that playoff experience.
And I also think that Brooklyn is going to be much better a year altogether after that trade deadline and getting all those pieces thrown at them. They did good down the stretch. They beat the Celtics. They beat some bigger teams. Mikal Bridges is the man on that team.
Which we're going to be seeing him in a couple weeks.
Literally 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Is it 2 weeks? Yes, yeah. Next Saturday. Holy mother of God.
You're going to be sick of me. You're going to see me in person twice in
2 weeks.
12-day span. Are you prepared for that?
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel bad for you.
I know. It's literally in a week span, Kevin. I'm going to see you 2 times.
You're going to be sick of me. I'm
just going to tell you I'm not doing the podcast for like another month, and you have to figure it out on your own.
All right. There you go. It's as easy as that. My God.
I could never do that. But all in all, I think it was good. I'm questioning this whole in-season tournament. I think it's stupid. I don't agree with it. I wish they didn't do this. Like you said, it's pulling like it's soccer. We'll see. But I will agree that Scoot is probably going to be the best player out of that draft class for sure. And I'm more excited to see what Wemby can do than anyone else, just because of his talent already and the hype. I want to see if he can live up to that hype.
I mean, from the couple of preseason games, I mean, he looks like there's a chance. So it's just I mean, if there is a team to take on a talent like this, is the San Antonio Spurs with that organization and who they have in that surrounding him. Time will only tell.
I agree. Especially, I love the between the legs, between Reggie Bullock's legs. That was horrible. I felt so bad. But yeah, that's what we got. I just wanted to kind of do a quick recap because I wasn't part of the conversation last week. I am going all in though on the Celtics winning this year. I will agree with you on one point, Kevin, with the Nuggets. They did not do enough, I think, to retool and to bring back, they lost Bruce Brown, which was a key part. They lost Jeff Green, very big part of that team. So I think they lost some key pieces. And I don't think they brought in anyone that is going to be sustainable for them. But the season starts tonight. It's going to be a long year. With that, Kevin, Knicks Celtics tomorrow night in the Garden, I believe.
They are in the Garden.
What's your prediction?
It's going to be a close game like it was last year. I'm going Knicks narrowly beat the Celtics by 6 points.
6, okay.
It's going to be very close. But I think the hometown excitement, it's going to be bing. It's going to be bonging. It's going to be I think that will be the small advantage for night one, but that's just me.
Okay. I'm going to stick with the theme of very, very close. I'm going to go with it's a 2-point win for the Celtics on a last second shot. I think it's going to be
I can see that.
A buzzer beater from either Tatum or Brown.
All right.
I'm more in that direction. But let's talk about some of the weekly sports update. Kevin, this is the first time that you and I can both say our teams won.
Miracles on earth freaking happen. Thank the Lord.
I think mine was a bigger miracle than yours was too.
Very hard fought game from what I understand. Shout out to my buddy Jarrett. He actually was at that game.
Oh, cool.
In LA. And super glad he got to go see a win. But I'll be honest, I didn't get a chance to watch much of the games. I was really trying to focus on my fantasy team. And shout out to Najee Harris for actually scoring some damn points when I benched his ass. But Yeah, the Steelers needed a win. They're having a rough year right now, so any win, any positive outlook, I will take. But unfortunately, I know Fryermuth, our tight end, is now on the IR. Doesn't help things. We do get Deontay Johnson back this week.
He played last
Uh,
week.
did he?
Yeah, he played on Sunday.
I I must have not noticed. But honestly, that's good for him. We need to get our weapons back. We're just riddled with injuries right now. So for my Steelers, they just gotta get healthy.
I think they will. I only watched some of the game, so I don't really know. They were letting that rookie for the LA, Puka Nachua or whatever, run all over him.
Crushing it. Absolutely crushing it.
He was running all over him for a while, and then they figured it out. My Patriots beat the Bills.
Shout out to anybody that's a Jets fan. It's probably the most happiest week of their lives. You have the Bills lose, the Patriots somehow won, the Dolphins lose, and the Jets didn't have to lose this week.
And here's the thing. According to the records in division right now, just division record, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Patriots are the best team in the AFC East division.
Oh my goodness.
Because they're 2-1.
That is crazy.
That's pathetic.
Shout out to your Patriots being pathetic, but
Hey,
man.
you know what? I'll take it. I'm waiting for them to bench Mac Jones at some point and put Will Grier, and I'm really slightly rooting for that. We went and watched the game at our friend's house and on Red Zone, and we got there like, oh, they're up 10-0. I was like, what? We're winning? No.
Now is Grier definitely the number 2 over there?
He might be now because they brought up that kid Malik Cunningham and signed him to a multi-year deal.
Oh,
and then like 2 hours ago, not even, they waived his ass. So he's on the waiver wire.
Give Grier a shot. Give him a shot.
Seriously, like Bailey Zappi's trash. I would love to see Grier. I wanted Grier on the Patriots all along for years. I'm happy he's finally there, and I think he could run that offense very, very well. So we'll see. If Mac really screws up again, then maybe Grier gets his opportunity finally to shine.
If Grier finally makes a start for the Patriots, I will 100% buy that jersey to add to my West Virginia NFL collection.
If that happens, we need to find 2 because I want one.
Absolutely. Well, it's probably we're gonna have to Fanatics it up. I'll find some fan points somewhere to get some discounts off. I will 100% get that jersey because I'm enjoying my West Virginia football collection jersey. It's very creative, and I just wish most of them would kind of play so I could actually wear them.
Hold on, I'm seeing if we can
find.
a Will Grier jersey for $80 on eBay.
Patriots one?
No, just his West Virginia one.
Yeah, but everybody has that one.
I know, but it's the only one. Oh, nope, that's signed by him, so it's $130, $140.
That's
Carolina.
Way too much money.
Yeah, everything is signed. What the frick, guys? I don't want.
And then that's not even a real jersey. It's a fake little colored jersey that oh yes, because right now the only Will Grier jerseys they have on eBay right now are the piece of a jersey that's in a trading card.
Yeah.
And then just the ones that's signed by him.
Yeah, the blue one is an actual game jersey.
$79.99 West Virginia one.
Yeah.
No. But it doesn't even have West Virginia's logo on it. That's silly.
Yeah, I know.
Why would I want to wear that? Will Grier.
But we will find it. I promise.
Don't worry. The minute he starts for a team, it'll be on Fanatics, and then we can get it that way.
Oh, God. Once it's on there, gone. I'm pretty sure his number is 19 or something like that. So.
Oh, God, that's such an ugly, number
I know,
to,
it's a horrible number.
Good God. All right. But, I mean, I'm still going to wear it because, shoot, I'll even wear an offensive lineman's jersey if we got to. We're out here.
Yeah,
anybody that's accessible.
But let's continue with the NFL right now. Holy mother of God, these refs sucked.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the refs are pretty bad lately. So
Yeah, I was watching the Browns. We were watching on Red Zone, so they kept bouncing back and forth. I've never seen so many bad calls. The Eagles game, face mask not even being called, the push on Jalen Hurts, which was literally just a touch.
yeah.
It was bad. I've got to say, it was not good.
Well, I know they brought it up on like Pat McAfee's show when he brought on Aaron Rodgers. It's like, hey, you want better officials? Maybe you should have some full-time officials.
Yeah, I agree. Apparently one of the guys from the Eagles game has already been suspended before for unfairly like how he's refed, and then he lives like not even an hour from the stadium.
Yeah, so the hell with them. Like, might as well. Yeah, it's important. If you have full-time officials, you can train them of how you want the game to be refed and how you want it to be played. But like, if you're having guys that like did like a high school football game one day and then all of a sudden they do an NFL game the next, I mean, like it's two different type of games that you're pretty much dealing with.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know. I think NFL's got to figure that out because if they don't, then we're gonna get a bunch more games like we did this week.
Oh, I totally agree with you. Other things I got are the NBA is right around the corner. It's literally kicked off tonight with the Nuggets, I think, playing the Warriors.
No, they're playing the Lakers.
Oh, they got the Lake Show.
Yes.
Ooh, do we have a score?
I think it's like in the midst of starting. Like right now, I was trying to get my TNT app going to see if I could like keep track.
Yeah, it just started.
Yeah, they gave the rings, which is pretty cool. Shout out to Denver getting their rings today.
Is there any image of the rings? I want to see the rings.
There is, and I think the one thing if you'll see, I saw it on like a photo inside of like the numbers. They use like 16 stones to like represent all the 16 games that they want to be champions.
That is a really nice ring. Oh, yeah. Shoot, there's 2 rings to it.
What do you mean? There's 2.
Oh, come on. So I'll send it to you, but it looks like so that piece that's in the middle, the gold piece, slides out and it says NBA champions. So it's a banner.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
All right, I'll send it over.
Nice.
That's pretty awesome.
They're tipping off tonight. Oh, I gotta show you guys my fantasy basketball team that I have.
Oh God.
You would I mean I'm not gonna lie to you, maybe I played this like league incorrectly.
Is this the one with your cousin that takes forever to draft?
Yes, it's Noel's new league. It's a dynasty league.
Okay.
And I had the 6th pick out of how many teams? 12. So I was right in the middle. I'm gonna screenshot them to the group so Andrew can comment whenever he decides to, log on if he wants to join us. Hopefully he does.
Yeah, come on, Andrew.
I have like a timer on, so FYI, just letting you know.
Okay. Well, while you do that, should we talk about how abysmal Saturday was?
So I can't really comment on that because I did not chance to see pretty much the majority of the game. I do know we were up at halftime. And then I don't know what happened after that. So you could please enlighten us.
So I was at my 15-year high school reunion on Saturday. So I left and I think they were into the second half. And it was typical Neil Brown, play not to lose. Garrett Green could throw the ball all over the place, which was awesome to see. But our defense was a sieve. We gave up in one quarter 150 yards rushing.
Defense was a sieve. What is a sieve? I'm sorry.
A porous membrane.
Okay. I've just never heard that. That's really funny. But
it's
go ahead, continue.
It's a hockey thing. So we couldn't stop the run. They had Oklahoma State had two back-to-back touchdown runs of 40 and 50 yards, I believe. And we lost 34-48. We should have won that game. But yet again, when we get a lead, Neil Brown reverts back to Neil Brown and plays not to lose instead of stomping on their throats and winning. We play UCF this weekend. UCF gave the Oklahoma a game for a little while last week. It's down in Florida. I don't know. I really want us to win. I think we can. Kevin will probably be watching it at some point on my phone or throw it on my computer because it's during the baby shower. But it was bad. I hope they can rebound, learn how to tackle, because apparently that's one thing they were supposed to be really good at this year. I haven't seen it yet. And then the BYU game got flexed from their time that they originally had. So now that we don't know the time frame yet for that game.
What time were they originally?
I think they were in a later afternoon game.
All right.
So yeah, this is back to the normal West Virginia. Not the best feeling in the world, but I honestly, at this point, even if we win 6 games and we go to a bowl game, I think Neil Brown is fired no matter what.
Yeah, I don't know. I think only time will tell to see what goes on. If we would have won the Houston game and then we lost this game, I think it would be a different feeling. But yeah, I literally at the point of just taking it week by week to see what goes on, because I don't know. I'm just and you could tell. I watched the press conference afterwards.
Yeah,
you can even tell he's like, damn, that was not a game that we should have lost. Like, we should have won that game. And normally, he comes in the press conference a little bit more optimistic, a little more, positive. I think he was just kind of stunned himself at what happened. And yeah, so I don't know. So I guess, we could go on about this all day. That honestly could just be another episode for a podcast. It's just, it's not looking good.
we'll do a whole season recap at the end of the year of West Virginia and our final thoughts on this team, for sure. We have to, I think.
Yeah. So
let's talk basketball, because there's been some big news for WU basketball. As of yesterday morning, I believe Raekwon Battle's waiver with the NCAA to play at West Virginia this year has been denied. This is not the first time that the NCAA has done this at West Virginia. They've done this. This is now the third player in a year time span that they have denied the waiver. WU has planned to sue the NCAA for this, just like North Carolina did for their football player who was a transfer, that they finally got him to play. So I don't see how the NCAA can not allow a kid to play basketball. He's still got eligibility technically left. Let the kid play basketball. Let them play the sport they love. It's not fair to a kid at this point.
I don't really even know what else to say, because it's like, what are you determining on why he's not eligible? Like, what is the reason? Yes, he transferred 2 schools. Okay, but then why does another school get their player to play when we can't even get one? We can't even get one. We got denied. You just said it, Merritt. We got denied in a year's span 3 times.
Yep.
Like, what does that mean? Like, are you is there something that we're missing? Are we doing something on our end? Like, how there's no way that we could be denied 3 times to have somebody play for our team. It doesn't make any sense, where other people who haven't gotten any denials just get their players whenever they want.
Well, it's from what I heard, from Eilert and other reports, is they had a very strong case for this. They're like, got everything covered. We've answered every question. We've got all the documentation proving everything to show that this is a legitimate cause. They did what was right, and NCAA still thinks they control every little aspect of a student athlete. I'm sorry, you don't anymore. You gave that right away when you allowed NIL deals to come out. Now you're just trying to backtrack on a lot of things that you think is right and wrong. In my opinion, if someone can transfer to school, let them play. They shouldn't have to sit out and lose a year of eligibility because they decide to transfer somewhere. That's bull. They have 4 or 5 years of eligibility. Let them use those 4 to 5 years and enjoy it. Some of these kids aren't playing past this year. Some of these kids are not playing professionally anywhere. Raekwon Battle, different story. He could probably go play professionally at some capacity. Is that NBA, G League, or Europe? Either way, he's very good. He'll be competitive. But this just puts a huge damper on this upcoming season. The whole thing with President G for West Virginia basically has come out and said it numerous times. If we don't win a national championship, Eilerich's job's gone. No, it's not. If he has a successful and winning season and he has good recruits coming in and can bring in some top names in that transfer portal, Eilert keeps that job 100%. And I would be okay with that. I think that would be fantastic for us.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because we all heard the potential with Battle, and we all know how good he is, and I just hope that we can get this rectified sooner rather than later, before it's too late. Because I would not like to lose this coaching staff that we have. I think we have a good staff that's on hand, especially that assistant coaching staff. So fingers crossed that this just gets fixed. But I'm still optimistic for basketball season because we at least have some really good talent coming in and they're returning. So I'm just ready for basketball season. It's that time of year. Football, you're just constantly breaking my heart. Let's get to basketball season. And who
Finally
is that? Thank the Lord. Producer has made it. And who the hell is Dan Pearsall?
My buddy.
Sorry.
Some guy named Dan Pearsall just followed our podcast Instagram.
That is one of
Shout
my
out
good
to him.
friends.
Beautiful. I love it.
Wow. Look who finally decided to show up.
I really like that jersey, Drew. And then you got look at your blue headphones.
Yeah, right?
Look at those. Those are cool.
Fancy.
Now, is that your Rob Williams jersey?
Mm-mm.
Ooh,
I don't have a Rob Williams jersey.
I thought you did.
Nope. I have
Oh no, I told your mom to get you the Rob Williams jersey.
I have Tatum.
Definitely don't need to
Brown.
get that one anymore.
My mom's got me Brown twice.
That's lit.
That's
yeah,
funny.
well it's her maiden name, so like she goes to buy the Celtics jersey and sees Brown and gets that.
She's just like, oh.
Yeah. And like it's cool. I like it. Number 7 looks nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, welcome
Yes,
back.
I'm here. Sorry about that. I've had the craziest like 2 weeks of my life.
Welcome
We got
to
like midterms and such.
Basically, yeah, it's
Ugh.
that and like work because like I have an apartment now, so I have to like pay housing and food and that sort of stuff. So, just all over the place.
Welcome
that
to
one.
being an adult, Andrew.
Yeah, didn't realize it was gonna hit me so hard so fast.
It sucks.
Yeah, it really doesn't pull its punch, like
No. Well, all you've missed so far is us talking about the NFL, the Steelers and Patriots winning. Sorry.
And you miss Merritt's recap on how bad of a job I did last week. Just
you
kidding.
did not. You did a phenomenal job.
I thought the episode was great. It was 2 hours, which was exactly what I expected, but
And I said if you want to split into 2, I get you 2 episodes for season. Well, one for the last season, and then episode 1 for this season.
Yeah. Leave on a
But
cliffhanger.
yes,
You did a good job.
because Cyrus said, "No, I didn't think we got enough. We've only been recording for about an hour." I'm like, "All right." I'm looking at the time. I'm like, "I guess that's an hour." But then I was like, because I normally try to set a timer. I wasn't responsible enough to this time, but we're rocking out here.
Cyrus's idea of time is very warped compared to everyone else's.
Hey, Cyrus does his thing, and we love him for it.
Oh, 100%. 100%. And then we just finished up talking about West Virginia and the whole Raekwon battle situation that's going on. So, yeah. That's all we got.
Yeah, what a
What is
damper
this
note right now.
stupid light doing?
You're shining bright like a diamond. That's how what your computer is wanting you to be, like Merritt.
I know.
As much as you look like a
Oh,
what
hold
you-
on.
oh, now he's playing with the computer.
The filters.
The
All
filters, great. I remember who got made fun of last time when he played around
Yeah,
with
but
filters.
this is because my stupid background,
Color
the
correcting.
light
This time it's
keeps
professional.
messing up. There we go. See, I'm back. I'm looking good. I
There we
think.
go,
I have no idea. There
You figured
okay.
out Zoom.
Shut up, Andrew.
Season 3, we figured it out.
We're old, okay? I'm an old man. I don't know what you want from me.
Are you the oldest man? I thought I'm the oldest.
No, you are not the oldest whatsoever.
Really?
You're like, no, I'm older than you.
Wait, are you a 90?
No, I'm an 89.
Yeah, you are old as fuck. That's right.
Fucking dick.
Bro doesn't even have children yet.
He will in about 8 weeks.
Not yet, though.
7 weeks, boys.
You can't be
Kevin's not even
old
close.
with no children. Well, you can be old with no children, but like you can't be old and expecting children. That those don't work.
Well, that will be me in 15 years, guys. So just be ready.
Yeah, we already talked about Andrew. Kevin will be the dad that's at his kid's high school graduation, and the kid will be like, "So where's your dad?" He's the old guy in the wheelchair with the white hair. Yeah, that'll be Kevin.
Yeah,
bro.
I'll
All
leave
I'm
the
gonna- I think Kevin's gonna be the kid at the graduation when the kid walks across the stage. Everybody in the town knows
Oh,
that that's Kevin Cueva's kid. The whole
Damn-
family's there.
damn
The
fucking
whole
right.
Cueva
True.
group.
That's
they're
right.
all they're
You know-
all lit.
Say it.
They've got like a
Manifest
boombox.
it.
They got a
Manifest
boombox
it.
in the stands, bro. They're like
dude,
they're
Andrew, you
partying.
know that
They
includes
tailgated
us, right?
before. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know. And I'm gonna be lit. Like
Oh, 100%. I will be taking it back all day long for that graduation when that happens.
Oh my god, I love it.
I'm gonna pretend it's a West Virginia tailgate.
there won't be a difference. You won't be able to-
There won't be a difference.
Except we might get arrested.
I'll have the flat top working, making egg sandwiches.
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
It is.
Taking a couple little puffs here and there, enjoying
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah, you know how I roll. Come on.
I won't
Everybody
lie.
might add, because we haven't been together since we've like done the Pittsburgh deal, and everyone when I came home like that Monday, the first thing I heard about was like, yo, the egg sandwiches you were fucking making looked freaking incredible. And I'm like, guys, you don't know how incredible they were in the moment.
I
Like,
can't
They
wait.
were hitting. They were good.
yeah.
I will be doing that next year. You guys, I'm sorry, won't be there for that game because the Pittsburgh game, we're going to Pittsburgh and I ain't bringing that stuff. So
I don't blame you. But I will say, depending on whatever the schedule looks like with the new Big 12 and the other like 10 teams that joined, I mean, I feel like I would like to try. I might, whether with you guys or it would be with you guys, I'm gonna try to go to one more. Maybe my parents might come
yeah,
with their friends.
let me know if like there's a game next year because I'm definitely getting my seasons again. That's not even a question.
Yeah.
And if my friend Kylie gets hers, I don't know if she mentioned she might move them or she might keep them where they are.
Mhm.
But if she keeps them where she is, I'm more than happy to sell them over to you for under the value that they're going to be on the secondary market, so you guys can go and enjoy it. So
That would be lit. We'll talk numbers when we get to that point because I think
if it's
I'd love
Colorado,
to see.
if it's Colorado, I'm selling those tickets and going to make a shitload of money.
All right, well then that's what it is.
Yeah, you have to understand where that kind of comes from. That could
Well,
probably,
hopefully, maybe that could be the other way out here because we gotta see if maybe West Virginia goes to Colorado. I would see a
I'd
game
go
at
to that.
Folsom Field.
I would 100% go to that. 100%. That would be
Love
dope.
it.
I'm just there we go. I don't know why my fucking light keeps messing shit up here. It's really been annoying me. But yeah, so let's talk about it. So we've finally hit season 3. I never thought we would actually make this far. I thought
Definitely thought Matt would have fired me by episode 20.
I thought Kevin would have said I'm done with you and not come back. After like maybe the first year and a half, like first half a year of this whole thing. But somehow, some way, we're still here. And there's podcasts that aren't here anymore.
105 episodes. We went from just you turn this on and you hear us. Then we got entrance music. Then we got a producer. Then we got entrance music. Then we got a spin-off series. Like now we have like guests that are part of this Manly Musings podcast universe. The one thing I got to figure out is how we can get like an ad on here.
That is the next thing. We want to get an ad and then continue to develop. Like we've got, I'll tell you right now, we have 4,000 plays. Actually 4,016 at this point.
Amazing.
Off the Podbean?
No, that's off of Apple.
Okay. So
I let you do the Podbean stuff.
Can you let us know Podbean what the power is like over there, Drew?
yeah, well, so because Podbean distributes the podcast, it'll have like all of the platforms that like Apple Music, Amazon Play, like all of that stuff stacked into one.
That's cool.
And we are at
so excited.
It doesn't weird. We're at 15,000 all-time down. No, that's not 15,000. No, that's not the right number. Sorry, this interface is terrible. My reach out to Podbean, fix your website.
Please, Podbean.
2,400 all-time total downloads, which is
Wow.
like fully watched episodes that people have downloaded specifically, and then our viewership is up 38% this month.
Cool. Let's go.
It's telling me like days, but I can't. I will get back to you on this.
That's fine.
Find the
Cool.
totals.
Maybe later on the episode. I will say I didn't know this. Last week's episode already had like 20 plus views on the YouTube.
Last week's episode has 20 listens on Podbean and I believe 23 on YouTube right now.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Came out yesterday.
It has 68 plays so far on Apple.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at that. Who are we out here? Shout out to the people. Honestly, I just enamored with the fact that people have been sitting back and listening to us. I recently heard from like one of my old employees that he actually listens to our podcasts via his headphones while he's working his one job, and then on his lunchtime break watches it on the YouTube and has watched our We Out Here's on his lunch break. And I'm like, bro, that's amazing. Shout out to my guy Elvis, like, for doing it up. We appreciate you.
Can we just pause for a second? Charles Barkley said the Celtics will win the whole thing this year.
So does that mean
ESPN has us power ranked like 5th?
How?
I don't know. I saw it on Instagram after class today. It's like the Nuggets, the Bucks, the Suns, somebody else. It might be Sports Illustrated. It might not be ESPN.
So you're telling me
power
the
ranking sucks.
best duo in the NBA last year.
Yep.
Is behind
paired with the best defensive duo front court.
Don't forget the top picked small forward in the NBA.
Yep. Number one, according to all GMs and coaches.
Ahead of Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Durant wasn't even close.
Jason Tatum owns Kevin Durant. Let's be real.
Ooh, that's a very.
I like that. That is
That's a
true.
very.
It's true.
Go
Kevin
ahead.
Durant-
I will die on this hill.
Kevin
Jason
Durant has
Tatum owns
fallen
Kevin
apart
Durant.
against
Say
the
that
Celtics.
again. Say that again, Drew, so everybody can hear it.
Kevin Durant is owned by Jason Tatum.
Wow.
Jason Tatum locks him up every serious game that matters. He disappears in playoff games when they play us. We have not played a game 7 against a team with Kevin Durant on it when he was in the East, except one season. One season it went 7 games. All the other series that we played against him, we won, and we won 4-1, 4-2, and I think we won 4-3 the 4-3, which went to game 7. So he locks him up. He can't do anything against Jason Tatum. So
Wow. Okay.
Real quick,
biased,
I know,
obviously, but it's true.
I know we've been talking about obviously we're gonna continue to celebrate our podcast. That this is season 3, episode 1. Andrew, did you have any extra thoughts on the thoughts that myself, Cyrus, and our guy Ronald had on the episode when you're listening through? I know Merritt had some very big statements that he made earlier. Very shocked that Cyrus left off the Lakers. Very shocked that everybody thought the Knicks are going to be good.
I even said the Knicks were going to be good. Shut up.
Again, it just
God.
makes my heart so happy. Like,
I'm not going to.
The Knicks are going to be good.
You're literally going to bring this up every time you talk to me, aren't you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. At least once.
So I'll mostly touch briefly on the rankings that you guys did. Like the playoff teams and stuff.
Yeah.
The East and the West. I like Cyrus's inclusion of the Pelicans in the West making the playoffs. However, I like OKC more, and he has OKC at 8 and New Orleans at 7, and I think that arguably OKC could be better than Sacramento or Memphis. So I would put them higher, but I appreciate that he did include the Pelicans. I would put them in my 8th spot as well.
Yeah, I know a lot of us are very high on OKC this year. Like, I think they're going to be really I'm excited to see when they got everybody young and healthy. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
I'm not a huge bettor. Like, I don't really gamble at all. But if there's a way to make a bet that a franchise is going to win at least 2 rings in the next 10 years, you should take that bet on OKC like every day of the week, because they have like 27 first-round picks in the next like 7 years or something. Like,
it's sickening how many picks they have.
It is
crazy.
And then to think about the core they have now with the introduction of Chet this year, because he was supposed to be rookie last year, but he got injured at the pro-am game. Ron, Luki broke him. Not gonna lie. I watched that live. That was hilarious. Anyway, I hope that he does well. I think he could be crazy. I'm very interested to actually see the evolution of the rookie season of both Wemby and Chet happening at the same time.
That will be interesting.
Because they're both that like Slenderman.
Yeah, but you know what?
Shooter.
Wemby's gained, they said 17 something pounds since he got drafted. So he's in that weight room. I don't think Chet can put on that type of weight.
No.
So I'll put my money on Wemby all day long owning Chet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I think Wemby will be better than Chet for sure. But it's interesting to me that these two players have such similar builds, and I don't know if they're going to be able to play the same way on their teams. So I want to see, because like a lot of people, like during the offseason stuff when Wemby was like the most conversation was going on about him, people were like, oh, he could do literally anything on the basketball court he would want, and like no one could stop him. And then there were other people that were like, oh no, like he can only do like one thing. Like if he shoots and then he does like drives that he has to end in layups or dunks, he can't really kick out because he's not heavy enough to like hit screens or take fouls that way. But if the ways that Pop is gonna run San Antonio and the way that OKC plays already, they are not going to play the same style of ball,
No.
even though they're
yeah.
very comparable for rookies, especially this year.
Chet's going to get up and down faster.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
But then I
OKC.
saw a clip in preseason of this guy who's like 6'2" and he absolutely fucking posters Wemby. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Can he not defend little guys? Like, is it like an elephant in a mouse sort of thing? Like there's like, he can't do it, or like what's going to go on? Like, I'm just excited for basketball in general.
You know, when you talk about Wemby, I'm excited for the first matchup between him and Giannis.
Yeah.
I
Oh
think
my God.
that's gonna be like the first drive to the bucket that Wemby has, and Giannis is coming up in front of him. Like I'm excited to see those worlds collide, because Wemby, if you were to stay healthy and continue to develop, he could be that
Giannis.
bigger version of Giannis with a jumper. And that is kind of scary, because if you think about like, you know, the builds, like you talked about it, Andrew, like Chet, the way his build is, and you think about like the top guys right now, like, you know, when you talk about college, like the guys like Cooper Flag, that guy that's like the big number one recruit right now, he's another 7-foot dude that
But
can
he's not-
kind of do everything.
And he's not as skinny. He's kind of more.
He's
got a
more
little-
muscular. He's like
He's
a
got more
muscular.
muscle.
Yeah.
So like, is this gonna be like a kind of wave of the ages of like, this is the kind of the new wave of the NBA, where your guys that are coming out are gonna be like 7 feet but can legitimately do anything because of the positionless basketball we live in. I think that's really kind of the story that they're gonna maybe start telling.
I agree.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. I wasn't sure how I would like it this year with all these like guys that are that skinny and all that. But after watching some of the preseason games, I'm down. I'm down to see this.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I definitely, on my short list of games to try and watch live, I definitely want to see Wemby live and see him play. I hear it's him and now Giannis are the only ones that I haven't seen play in person. Like if I think about stars, I've seen LeBron. We saw KD together, Merritt. I've seen,
and we saw Kyrie.
Yep, I saw Kobe. I've seen
Kobe.
Michael Jordan. You know, so like I've seen Dirk. I've seen
I
Paul
saw
Pierce.
Gary Payton for me.
Yep, Jason Kidd, Gary Payton. I've seen like at least a glimpse of the big stars at least once in person, and I think one of the next ones left is like Wemby and Giannis. So like, I'm excited for that.
I like it. Well, it's going to be a high price ticket for you, Kevin.
Hey,
for
whatever
sure.
it takes, whatever it takes.
So let's before we jump into talking about the podcast and all the fun stuff, I want to take a second to recognize West Virginia men's soccer. They are now officially the #1 soccer team in the country after demolishing Marshall last week and again winning. I think they've won 3 of the last 4 games. They tied 1. So hats off to them. They've done very, very well. I hope they keep cruising through. I don't know how the girls are doing this year. I've seen clips of it, but the men finally caught up to the women. So
I just feel like that kind of came out of nowhere. Like, where was the hype between this game of like top 10 teams
and it was
in the state?
It was top 5.
My point exactly. Like, where was the hype? Like,
Marshall
nothing.
was 1, and then we were 5, and then we blew them out.
Yeah, again, whoever the SID for like men's soccer, like, yo, bro, we need to hear more about this. Like, how did I just all of a sudden wake up the next day and like, oh yeah, we just, casually beat the #1 team, who also is like the ugly younger brother of the state. So like, this could have been like
It's not even the
hell of a lot
younger
bigger
brother.
of a deal.
It's the ugly stepbrother that
The ugly green people in Huntington. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
Like I just wish there was more hype surrounding this because I felt like this is a big deal, and we're just kind of like, oh yeah, that happened. Cool. Like,
Yeah.
step
We
your
have a
shit
number-
up.
We have a number one team in the country besides Rifle. Let's go.
Yeah. That's right.
Christ. Let's continue this though. So back to talking about the podcast and all the fun that we've done. Kevin, you mentioned all of our accomplishments so far. We've done this for now going on into year 3. We've got a spin-off. You've got, from what I can tell, you're getting more and more famous on Instagram with all your videos. So continue to do that, sir. Bring more hype to us.
I'm trying. I'm just trying to keep getting, the content out here.
I'm not that kind of person, so it's on you. I will write everything. I'll do all the back end stuff. That's on you. And you've been crushing it. And we got Drew, who sadly, because being a college student, has lost his producer privileges sometimes.
Yeah, bro. I'm
But
trying.
we also understand, dude, you're a junior in college. You've got a lot
Yeah.
going on. You have a lot on your plate. You're doing good. We appreciate everything you do. We might
I'm
we
trying.
might give you a hard time and be assholes every now and then. But it comes from a place of
Comes
love.
with the job.
Yeah. It's not really a job.
Hey,
It's like-
hey, at least the episodes are coming out.
yeah.
That's just what
Yeah.
matters.
Yes.
Yeah. Do we have an update, by the way, on when that video will be out?
Yes, it will be out before this one. So Slam TD, if you're watching this now I'm addressing the future viewers. If you're watching this now, go watch Slam TD after, because it is out and I kept it in my computer for like way too long. And
Well,
then
now you have-
after the
The brawl.
brawl will be out, which is like not going to take nearly as long because for some reason, when you sent me all of the Slam TD stuff, it converted into my Apple Photos
Interesting.
and then like distributed it throughout them. So I had to like go through all of my photos.
Oh
to
my
find
god,
all
that's
of
a
the videos.
freaking
And there's like 75
struggle.
pictures and videos
Oh,
from this like event. And so I had to like make sure like I was finding them all and like putting them all together and like keeping the like chronological order of it correct and all of
oh,
this.
that sucks.
So-
I'm sorry, Andrew.
No, it's okay. I think I did it, or like the internet must have crapped out when I was downloading, or my hard drive got unplugged, like something happened and it downloaded them in a different way than it typically does. So
Well, appreciate you doing everything. And
We
I
do.
know we're probably going to change the intro music and all that fun stuff. So that's,
Still don't know when that's gonna happen because I haven't found anything unless you guys have.
I thought we were going to do the let's go, like get the chants and stuff in there.
yeah, I have to find a video if we got a video at the stadium that like strips.
One of
if
my
we got one.
videos
Okay.
has the
can
let's
use that.
go Mountaineers in it.
Yeah, I have one of those also too.
So like we
just in
can
case.
throw that in there and then
Yeah.
just probably find some decent music that's for free. I can try to see if I can find anything.
We like some stuff, we can put it together.
Yeah.
So sneak peek, the new intro will be coming out at some point this season.
Yes, there will be a new
Yes.
intro
Maybe
soon.
it'll be a holiday gift to the
Ooh, I
the
like
viewers.
that. I got yelled at about talking about holidays from a certain person on this podcast.
I did because we haven't even
That's the
passed
holiday
Halloween
season,
yet.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
even touched Halloween, and he's like, "What are we doing for the holiday episode?" I'm like, "Merritt, I
Holiday
haven't even
episode
had
for,
my
like, 2 months.
I
Sir,
haven't even had
sir.
my Thanksgiving turkey yet for me. to
Sir,
even,
I have
yes,
a thing or newborn.
you have a
coming.
human coming. Yes,
I have a
we know.
human coming. I have to plan.
And we will plan.
Important things to plan. The nursery, the
All right, that's
holiday
done.
episode of the podcast. Baby
Yes.
gates.
Baby
You know,
gates.
the important stuff.
The kid's
Gotta
not
get the
crawling yet. I
You
don't
gotta
need
get
baby
the holiday
gates.
episode. You gotta get the holiday episode ready.
I just need baby gates so the dogs stay on one side of the house if the kid's on the ground. And we
Okay.
have that. We're good.
Mhm.
So this year, I know our hope is one, we've mentioned it, getting some ads to read on here, talk about other potential companies that, hey, maybe they want to sponsor us. I know I got to talk to Joe Mack and the Mush Squad guys about how they got to where they are. That's our goal, is to get into that. or we can yell at Cyrus because he was supposed to get us a connect too. But maybe he upset this guy, which wouldn't surprise me. And then what else do we want to see happen? More guests?
I like to continue to diversify our guests. I think that's one of my favorite things about this podcast is we've been able to like meet new people and then also celebrate our friends. So like just like the different types of guests we've had. I think I'm all about doing that. Like more people that like even like the types of guests that we've had, like your buddy Gordy and like Jeff on, and then like when I brought like Ronald on and Cyrus on, like I'm totally even cool with just continuing to build our universe of people who know who we are. And like I think what's really cool is Merritt, you are in my friends fantasy football league, so that's a bunch of people there, and then I'm now in Jeff's football league, so a nice intertwine of an idea right there for a recap of fantasy football season. That's gonna be something, and I think it just continue to just have fun with this. I think that's the main thing why we do it. It's become part of our lives.
It's like become the daily thing. It's hysterical the amount of text messages that go between everyone. I know Andrew doesn't answer majority of the time because he's working or busy with class and all the other shit.
I'll be honest.
I read through it though. I try to keep up with what's going on.
But it's funny because it's when it happens, it's like Merritt's talking to one person or it's me talking to one, and then we don't like catch up. We're never on it at the same time.
No, there's very rare occurrences where it's all three of us actually bouncing ideas or talking to each other. It's one, like you said, Kevin, one of us talking to the other. And then hoping that somebody else the other person will respond to it.
Yeah, like I'll probably get mine when I'm at work and I'm like, 25 messages. Andrew and Mary.
Oh, look, I just woke up to 30 messages from Kevin and Andrew. What the hell did I
miss?
I'm not reading through this.
At 3 a.m. when Andrew is still trying to edit one of our videos, poor guy, and while you and I are getting up to go work out at the friggin' gym.
That's my favorite thing that occurs, I think, is the overlap of me not having gone to bed yet and you guys waking up in the morning.
And every single time to no avail. Andrew, why the fuck are you up? Dude, I'm in college.
Feel bad about it. Like, what do you?
He's up editing our podcast.
Well, no, he has mentioned there's been times where he's just getting home.
Yeah.
So
he's a college kid. Hell yeah, he should be getting home at 2
I don't spend every night of the week editing the podcast. This stuff would come out way faster if that was what I was
doing. That's a fact. Yes.
Straight truth right there.
I got other stuff going on. I got schoolwork. I have to, as my professor said, I have to maintain a healthy social life.
100%.
Definitely do that.
Please do that.
Yeah, please. We don't want you to be a crazy human being.
And like I drive to the city to see my girlfriend, and then I drive back, and I often drive back at night. And so then I get back here, and I'm like, oh, homework, editing videos.
Yeah.
Speaking of traveling to the city, have you had a chance to go check out that Joe's Pizza place?
I have not yet. However, I believe that the two of us are going to Harvard Square in November, and I've already expressed a few different times that I am going to get this piece of place.
Please.
So it's going to happen.
Let me know. Take a picture when you're there.
I will.
I want to send it to my friend who's
on my Instagram.
Yes, please do. I want to send it to my friend whose husband is in charge of running that one. So I want to let it know.
I'm excited.
Shout out to my gym BFF Maria. So
hey Andrew. I'll see you basically in 3 weeks anyway, but you know exactly why I'll see you in 3 weeks.
Familial matters.
Yeah, we literally got that invite like 2 weeks ago, and we're like,
bro, I found out like 3. Like, okay, like,
yo, Ashley said she's in the wedding, and she's like, I'm like, do you know what?
I have no idea if I am.
I was like, do you know what you have to wear? She goes, no idea. I'll ask Andrea this upcoming weekend. I go, okay. Well, Andrew and I will be sitting there at some point, just like shooting the shit, laughing. So there's that. She goes, oh God, great. Just what I need. But depending on how that event goes, maybe all 4 of us can just get in the car and go up to Joe's Pizza.
Yeah, true.
Do it. And then send me the photo.
Yeah.
What's it called? Hey, Andrew, am I seeing you this weekend?
Oh,
no.
Okay. So I was going to. I had full plans too. I was ready. Then my professor said, I have to edit the syllabus and move the midterm paper up a week. And I said, oh, that's not
Oh,
that bad. The paper's not due till November. It's due the first week of November. So now it's due
Oh,
Friday night.
oh my
So
god.
dude.
I don't think I'm
Way to
sorry.
ruin the plans, Professor. That is some horse
Yeah.
shit.
Andrew,
I've-
I give you full permission not to touch this episode so that you can just grind through and write this paper and
Yep.
be down here on Saturday morning.
I will try my very best. to
If
do
you
that.
can, phenomenal. If not, do not worry about it. You're totally understandable. You have a
It might
lot
be
going on.
easier if you don't mind, which you might mind. If you do mind, it's completely fine. But it might be easier for me to drive down Friday night, crash on that bed, and then leave
The-
Saturday as opposed to driving in and then
Yeah.
leaving it.
There is no
But-
bed. You get a couch.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I'll
there's
take the floor.
Nice.
my
You got
house.
carpet in that office, I know.
My house has become an Airbnb or a bed and
Yeah.
breakfast, however you want to call it.
Ew,
My
You've
friend
got so many
Kylie's-
bedrooms.
My friend's Kylie staying here. My buddy Matty Bo is
Nice.
staying here.
Nice.
Ashley's aunt and cousin are staying here.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
I know
So,
exactly which ones.
Every room in my house has someone
Wow.
sleeping in it.
Has somebody sleeping in it? Okay, I'll take the couch. Your couch is
It's-
pretty comfortable.
So I'm like, what the flying F at this point?
I can do that.
So
Yeah.
Hey, oh,
If
then
I get-
you got plenty of people to help you out, even if I were to come early. My
no,
god.
no. We always need the help of a Filipino. Always.
Always.
Again, I'll be
Kevin, you're the life
useless.
of the party. You gotta
I'll
be.
be. Oh no, I'm gonna be there. I'm just gonna be there like 3 hours late because
Can you
already
bring,
know.
bring a big boombox or something with you? Just like and roll up with that.
If I could if I could find a boombox, maybe.
I would
but, like,
expect you to have a boombox.
I mean, like,
There's not
a
one
cool
boombox in the Cueva household.
I mean, like,
not one
it's
of
probably
those-
not the cool ones that all the cool kids are like carrying around like it's like the
But
thing.
what? It's Merritt's and his wife's baby shower. Where are the cool kids gonna be?
Nowhere. At this
Hmm.
baby shower. Duh.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Like, I know there's a shitload of people coming to this thing. That's it.
Oh my
That's all I
gosh.
know. But all right, sounds like we
I will try
do
my
have
very
peop-
best to get there.
Okay. Just let me know. Just keep me
Well,
updated.
I will know like Thursday. I'll be like, I'm coming or I'm not. Like,
Okay. Yeah, just tell me. I know your mom told Ashley that you weren't, so
yeah, I told her when they moved the thing up because we were going to parents weekend for Jordan's school. And
Oh yeah.
I was like, I don't know how to tell Ashley and Merritt that I might not be able to be there because my professor moved my essays.
Exactly how you just said it.
Yeah, I was meaning to, like I said, like I've had the craziest last like 2 weeks ever.
Dude,
So
you're
I just
fine.
haven't had the time to do anything.
You're fine. So I like we've mentioned, like Kevin and I kind of talked about this off in the in our normal group or in our normal text messages. There's a bunch of people from West Virginia that we know that are higher up in certain sports, a lot of hockey, and we haven't had that. We haven't had anyone come actually talk about hockey. So I'm going to be reaching out to a few individuals probably over the next week, just through LinkedIn and through Facebook that I know. Kevin's going to try to get Laura back on, Lauren rather, can't talk, to talk holiday gifts and all that fun jazz. That would be fun. Yet again, that was a good episode. Hopefully I won't be sick this time. Halfway through it.
Yeah.
Miserable. What other changes are you guys wanting to see in this podcast? Like what are some of the things you'd like to see us do different? Tier 3.
It's not really different, but and it's not really like reverting backwards, but we used to do like a lot of like mailbag episodes season 1,
We've
which
tried.
were cool. And we tried a little bit this season, but as our engagement increases, we have more source to pull from.
Hmm.
So it would be cool to see if that sort of thing would be possible like later in this season.
Is there a way to see any of so with that, if we like say, hey, we're looking to do a mailbag episode in the next couple weeks, please leave a comment below. Is there like a way that we can see all the comments from all the other that Podbean sends it out to?
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure what um like which, I know that like some do have comment sections but some also don't. Like, I don't know, can you comment on Apple Podcast stuff?
You can only leave a rating.
and you can really
Okay.
leave a review.
You can leave a review, like
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So we can access like reviews, stuff like that, and like ratings and stuff too, but,
Okay.
and we can access all the comments on YouTube. I can pull those up in like a spreadsheet to show like, oh, like this many comments appeared on this video, like that sort of thing.
Okay. So
So yeah,
people,
any way to engage with the podcast that you would like to do, any platform, it will reach me. And if it reaches me, they
it'll
will
reach
find out.
us eventually.
If it's direct engagement, they'll find out much sooner. If it's an email from a bot website trying to be like, hey, we want to put your podcast on this website, that seems like a scam, they probably won't hear about it. The email will probably just get deleted.
Have we had any like
Sorry.
random things like that pop through?
We get
Every
like
now and then.
a lot of like, just, I think it's like random generated email
Mhm.
guessing on marketing. It's like, it'll just send us
Mm.
like random shit sometimes. And
Yeah.
it's like not related at all to the podcast. It's very clear that they not reaching out to us specifically, just emailing the emails that exist.
Gotta love it.
Yep. Anything you want to see, Kev?
Continue to get more guests on.
Mhm.
Continuing. I think just continuing to elevate. Continue to just keep getting more people to listen to us. More people that I've been able to meet. So, just it's kind of funny when they're like, "Oh, I hear you have like a podcast." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't even know like you knew I had a podcast." So it's kind of cool to just continue to just keep expanding on who we can like turn to when it comes to this kind of stuff. And yeah, I think I'm just hopefully trying to be better on these recordings so I don't sound like a loser. I feel like we've definitely come far from like episode 1 and have found like the quote unquote podcast voice or how we are. And yeah, just continue to elevate. That's all it is. It's there's really nowhere else to go but up.
We had
Yeah.
18 guests, and I'm not counting repeat offenders like Cyrus or Leland or even
Leland.
Jess.
We need to get Leland back soon.
We will. We
I
should
need
bring
to
him
be
on
there.
to talk about the World
Say hi
Series
to
because
Leland.
he'll understand that shit more than us.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have another spreadsheet? I'm assuming for like season 3.
We can
Is that
just
already
add
set
some-
up?
We
just have
can
to-
we can create another box in the spreadsheet. Like
Yeah.
keep it one file. Like we have the spreadsheet with season 1 on one side and then season 2 on the other side.
Andrew,
can
you
just
saw
put
that I
third box
created
inside.
a new
Yeah.
Okay.
The third document, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at that, look
Next
at all these
season, my
people.
goal for myself, which like this will mean nothing to anybody else, I need to fill in the dates more.
I've been trying to do that whenever we do a show. I try to do that
Yeah.
as best I can. All right. Oh shoot, we need to do that. Needs to be in there.
What does?
Like, so when we have like the show and stuff going on, like when we record, we need to put that in.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, somebody put an emoji up. That was cool.
what did you? Oh God.
Did you do it at the same time as I did?
I think so.
Or the format all, okay.
What's
Love
today?
it.
Look at Andrew. I'm starting us off on a good point.
Starting us off
Look
good.
at you.
There we go. Build that spreadsheet, Merritt.
There we go.
I wish I understood how Excel worked better.
Well, this is
There are
not.
people that do it that are like crazy.
This isn't really Excel.
This is just sheets. It's just a grid, but
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be that fancy.
no, it's just it's a log. Like you could keep it in a notebook just by hand.
I love it.
Basically, what this is.
Yes. Goodness. Look at all these episodes, man. That's something else, guys. It's craziness.
I've been doing something.
Yes. And now that I also have the premium Zoom, like I can, when Merritt, needs to take a break from doing it, I know how to download it to my computer and it does it like super fast. So I can send it to Andrew in a timely manner. Not that you don't, Mary. I'm just saying, like I know how to do it now.
Yeah.
I was say, what the hell did I do to make you upset, Kevin?
No.
Yeah,
Merrick
bro.
gets it to me like the same night or the next morning. It's always funny to me when I'm too busy with schoolwork or like I have something else going on and I'm not able to record with you guys. And then I'm at work and I get the email and then I get the text that says the video's been sent over. And I'm like, oh yeah, they recorded. And now I have like something to listen to while I'm at work.
Perfect.
You're like, cool, I can do something.
Like I download the raw file to my phone and then I listen to it from there.
Nice.
I like it.
Yeah, it works.
Oh, look at this. Yeah,
That
man.
way I already know what to do when I get to the editing part. Oh wow, you've added the borders and everything already.
Dude, I'm fast.
Adding the colors too, damn.
Bam! Boom!
Damn.
Let's
Look at
go.
that. Beautiful.
Spreadsheet started.
Wow. Oh
I'm
my
gonna do one
goodness.
edit. I'm gonna do one edit.
Go ahead, Andrew. I'm just looking at it.
Oh, he's changing the colors.
No, I'm not. You had it titled season 3 episode title.
Oh, thank you.
Season 2. I just changed it to 3.
Thank you.
Nice. That's important.
There you
Okay.
go.
Is there anything else we want to talk about?
Yes, I do. Did y'all not look at the text I sent you guys on my fantasy
Oh, yes,
basketball
yes.
team?
I did make
Oh,
need-
yes.
I need to know your thoughts.
that is phenomenal, actually.
Okay, can I be really honest? I don't understand fantasy basketball. I play it. I don't understand
Neither do I. That's
Um,
why I stopped playing it freshman year of college.
it. I was unavailable for my draft, so my team is auto drafted.
Oh
But
my gosh.
your team looks really good, and I was surprised when I realized that my team also seems pretty good. So
I like that Jimmy Butler's picture is the emo
oh,
Jimmy
the
Butler.
emo picture, yeah, that man is like he's hacked the NBA media system.
Yeah.
100%.
He's figured it out. He does whatever he wants now, which is like respect to him.
Do you know what's crazy? Jimmy Butler lasted all the way to the 8th round in my draft.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, and James Harden lasted till round 11. So I don't know who the hell. All I know is I'm going up against a bunch of guys that my cousin Noel knows, and so like we had our draft super late this past Sunday night because we're incorporating people from like Portland, Oregon, down in Texas. He's in Maryland. Someone's in California. Like I don't even know who the fuck any of these people are, but we had to incorporate them. So that's why our draft was so late. And I'm looking at some of their picks. And I'm like, am I like doing like something wrong? Because they're taking like rookies, like people off the end of their bench, like early. I'm like, I don't even know who the hell this guy is. Like, is this even a real person? Like, if I were to show you like the whole draft board, you'd be like, yo, Kevin, you're in it to win now. And I'm like, yeah, isn't that the point of this league to win now? Like,
Is it a dynasty league?
it is a dynasty league.
Okay,
I'm
so maybe
assuming
that's
Rio
that would be a.
and LeBron are your dynasty players because they're grayed out.
Or do you keep which type do you do? Do you keep all
So
of
at,
them?
so at the end of the year, it's gonna be like we're gonna be able to keep like 2 or 3 of the
Okay.
players, and then everybody else gets thrown back to redraft.
Okay.
But
I have a friend that plays a fantasy football league where they keep the entire team.
oh, that's
Yeah. It seems rather intense.
so I'm in an intense one, right? Fantasy league. I'm in a keeper league, Andrew.
Okay.
Where we only keep the 3 players, but it's like I also have draft picks that I put up for deals too, and
Okay.
that is a whole like other like
Yeah, that adds
Woo!
a whole nother level to it.
it is a whole nother level. So like I like for example in the keeper football league, there's literally one guy who's like I'm tanking. Give me some first round picks. I got like Tony Pollard for a first round pick for next year, and I got like a second round pick back. I'm like, bruh, this is so intense. But for my people listening out there, just to let you know who's on my fantasy basketball
your
team. So starting guards right now, I got Jalen Brunson. Of course, got to have a New York Knick on there. Thought of you guys. I had Drew Holiday. I got Dame Dalla. You know, he's the guy. Jimmy Butler, Rui Hachimura. LeBron James, honestly, I took LeBron because I played fantasy basketball for years and I've never had LeBron on my team. So like I would love to have LeBron on my team. I got Yusef Nurkic, I got Bruce Brown, Spencer Dinwiddie, Chris Paul, I'm a West Virginia guy. I took Javon Carter. I got Terrence Mann, Harrison Barnes, Zach Collins. Thought of you guys again. Got Kristaps Porzingis, Max Struess. My first overall pick was Joel Embiid, and at Jonas Valanciunas from the Pelicans. So I kind of looked
How-
for what's up.
How did Embiid go to the bench?
Oh, he's just for right now because when I was editing the lineups,
Okay.
he's not playing this week, so I just kind of like one of the guys I shifted around. He's in my next lineup after. But yeah, Joel Embiid was my first overall pick because he was the best available, and I kind of try to have everybody where like they can kind of do everything. Because the way my fantasy, I don't know how you've done your fantasy leagues, Drew, but pretty much I have categories. Whoever wins the most categories wins the week.
Yeah, that's how I did it when
okay.
I played in an ESPN league.
Yeah.
So I'm playing in an ESPN league this year, and it's the way that my friends play. It's like points scored, and it's like fantasy football. Different actions are correlated to different point values, and they earn the
Okay.
point values. I don't love fantasy basketball for exactly this reason, because I feel like some people play way more than others. So it like
Yes.
doesn't like if so I'm not super competent when it comes to basketball scheduling. I mostly just look at my roommate and say who plays basketball today, and then I hear who plays basketball. Um, but like if LeBron plays like 4 times in a week and Chris Paul plays like once, like I don't get how it scales out.
So
Yeah.
basically, the way I've done it is, it's just like you have a week. So basically, you have the entire week to just kind of set put them in your lineups if they're supposed to have a game, and you just let them rock. The only thing you just kind of keep an eye out for really is like if you hear somebody from your team is like injured and not playing, and like say you have like a full lineup of players and there's someone on your bench, you just kind of want to keep an eye out to just make sure if someone's out, you flop them in time. The
Yeah,
problem you get is like, so say for example, you have all guards that are like on your bench, but it's one forward that you need to replace. If you don't have anybody you can interchange, that's when it starts to get a little tricky. But I've done fairly well in fantasy basketball. The last couple years I've been in Noel's league, I've come in either like fourth place to like second place. So it's
Is
been
this
a
the
good
year?
time.
Is this the year?
I mean, if this is the year, that means I can buy me another title belt to show that I won a fantasy basketball league, which would be super lit.
I really
that'd be
Um,
pretty cool.
and then I can
want.
like show it off on the podcast.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so that's pretty much what that's what I'm rocking, and I'm hoping LeBron and Rui can do something for me tonight since they're playing, and I have what's his name, the new center for the Suns, Jurkic from Portland playing as
Mm.
well. So I'm hoping that he can just get me some rebounds and do it up.
Can I give you my team? Like tell you what my
Yes,
team is and you tell me if it's good or not?
go
Because
ahead.
it feels like it's good, but like I don't really know.
Go
I have
ahead.
Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving, Miles Bridges, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Nurkic, James Harden, Zion Williamson, Tyus Jones, Chris Middleton, Rudy Gobert, Jared Allen, Jordan Clarkson, and Christian Wood.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Mhm.
Now you did really
It
well.
seems good. I
You
got
you did
Giannis. Like
you did really well. I what I like, you pretty much predominantly have starters on your team, with the exception of Jordan Clarkson, who is essentially sixth man in Utah.
Is Wood a starter in LA?
Wood is probably going to be one of your first two people off the bench in LA.
He's got
So
8 minutes already and 2 field goals made on 3 attempts. So
there you go. So I think what I think you might run into is, you said you had Kyrie, you have Zion. You just got to be worried about if those freaking losers are gonna freaking like get injured. But
yeah,
if
true.
if they're playing, you're good. I
Yeah.
think you got the only problem thing you got to watch out for. I'm not sure if yours is similar to mine. You just got to watch out for their field goal percentages, because if they have some bad nights, you can have an ugly field goal percentage overall. So that's something that you got to watch out for. But like, hey, if you're able to compensate with other categories, because that's kind of the way I normally do it, is like, all right, I already know I'm gonna lose the free throw shooting like percentage one, but then I can make up for it by winning like the steals and the rebounds category.
Fair.
So but I think you got a solid team. That's a nice start. Very versatile. You got you're. I feel like at any given night you can win the points battle. I think that's what your thing is, and you can definitely win the assist battle with guys like Kyrie and Chris Paul on your team. Just pray to God that they don't have like all shitty nights at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a luck of the draw, and like honestly, there are some times where it's weeks where like if the other team just has more guys playing, then it just supersedes like whatever is happening, which happens sometimes. Which is why like a lot of people like think fantasy basketball is so frustrating, is because you have so many games you're dealing with.
Yeah.
When like in NFL you deal with 8 games, you're dealing 8 times 7 for a week, which is like a lot to go through. But shout out to us giving some fantasy basketball expertise out here, out here in these streets.
Here we go. On the note of fantasy, do you guys mind if I really like brag about my fantasy football team for like a hot second?
Oh,
Sure,
we could totally can, because
I beat Kevin last week handedly.
I'm not gonna lie, Merritt literally took a shot on me and freaking
Lit it
just
on fire.
wiped me all over the floor. Like it hurt.
Kevin, I won
how
3
bad?
out of 4 this week.
How bad? how bad
I
you
think
got
I beat
beat?
Kevin by like 40 points.
Yeah, at least minimum.
Yeah.
Kevin, I want you to know that I won my fantasy game this week by 60.
Yes, sir.
So
Let's
my
go.
fantasy team is kind of loaded. I'm currently 6-1 on the year.
Let's get it.
I'm the number 1 ranked team in my league. I'm the only team in the league to only have 1 loss. I lost the same week that Philly and the Niners lost. Like the undefeated
Okay.
NFL teams became
Yeah.
defeated, and then I also lost. I got 946 points scored so far, and it's only week 8 now. I haven't even played week 8 yet, and I'm already close to 1,000 points. And
Yeah.
like my points against aren't bad either. Like the person playing against me last week only dropped 84 and I got 140. But I'm not like I'm not like dumpstering kids because all of my opponents are only dropping 60 every time I play. My team just happens to average like 135 points every week. So
That's legit.
I'm basically a lock for the playoffs. I'm very excited. Came in 2nd place at the end of the season in my league last year. So it'd be a big move for me to go up to number 1 now. Yeah. I'm also the talk of my friends group chat for the fantasy basketball league because everybody wants to see me fail. So
tell them that they can go kick rocks and you're gonna rock it.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's like, oh, is Andrew gonna drop 130 points again this week? And I say, yeah, until you start dropping 150, come at me.
Yep, that's right. So while we have the time, might as well talk about my fantasy league. So right now I went 2-2 this week, along with winning my guillotine league, making it another week in the guillotine league.
Nice.
So literally pretty much now half the teams are gone from that league. So it's like starting to get super, super intense. So I won my league with my old CrossFit buddy Jarrett. Won his league there. Pretty much lost to Ashley, Merritt's wife. Thanks to the 49ers defense not showing up. So that really hurt me. And I was projected to win by 20. So shout out to the 49ers for letting me down there. And then in my other league, I just got obliterated. I went up against Patrick Mahomes. 152-95. Rough times. And I won my big money keeper league. So now I'm rocking out there. I'm excited for this week because I'm getting a lot of people back from their bye weeks. So just holding strong there. And Guillotine League, I just hope I can win one of the waiver wire so I can get a new player, because I will be screwed if I got to rely on receivers like Jerry Jeudy and Chris Godwin to get me through, because I will definitely be chopped on the chopping block if I keep up with those two.
I'm getting bailed right now. Like I had my wide receiver core is like insane. I have Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Wow.
So I played 2 of them as wide receivers and 1 of them as flex. And then starting the year, I had J.K. Dobbins and Saquon Barkley as my starting running backs. I had, what is his name? Running back on the Lions who is injured currently, David Montgomery.
Yeah.
I had him as my backup, and then I had like Gus Edwards at like the bottom of my bench because I was like, J.K. Dobbins gets injured like all the time. Like,
Yeah,
it
100%.
might be nice to have Gus Edwards. Anyway, J.K. Dobbins, of course, tears ACL week 1, and I'm like, okay, like
Who you got another starter?
this is not great. Start putting Gus Edwards in. Gus Edwards is not playing well, so I put in David Montgomery instead. That's going great. Now David Montgomery's injured, so I'm running Saquon, and I ran Gus Edwards last week, and he dropped like 21 points, which is like his like
Best
high
game ever.
all season. Yeah, like possibly like he got like 3 total touchdowns or some shit. Like he had 80 yards on a single rushing play, which is like more than he had all season last year, or something ridiculous like that. Like receiving yards, not rushing yards. But then David Montgomery is still injured. I have Deonta Foreman on my bench. I picked him up off the waiver wire just randomly and was sort of
Mhm.
like, oh, like the Bears have injured running backs. Like he might do well.
Oh my
Pick him
god,
up.
and he
I-
freaking went
And he
off.
freaking
I didn't even
ate.
play him. I didn't even play him.
Oh,
He sat on my
my
bench and dropped
God.
30.
It's okay.
coulda
Drake
hit-
London actually finally played football this year
Yeah.
and dropped 21. And I was like, oh, it's chilling. Just chilling on the bench.
Yeah,
Yes.
so he's in next week. Gus Edwards is gonna take a week off. I don't know what's happening there, but I think after the week that Deonta Foreman just had in fantasy, he'll eat next week, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
You gotta get him
So-
in.
he's back in and Saquon's in, and I have all 3 wide receivers. Allen's playing. And then I think I have the Saints defense this week. I shift my defense around a lot. I
Yeah.
had to shop it. But because my team is like ranked so good and they're playing so well, my waiver wire acquisition is like last. So by the time that it comes around, I was able to get the Saints in the draft, and I've just sort of held on to them because they're like the 5th best defense in the league.
Yeah.
So I've just been like holding them in my pocket, and if they have like a good matchup, I play them, or I drop like some obscure guy off my bench and pick up another defense that I think will be better that somebody missed in the waiver wires, like that. But fantasy basketball is exciting, and fantasy football is going really well. So
Crushing it.
I
What's
like
it called?
Andrew.
I am so sad. Like I was so hyped to get Deonta Foreman in my game, and I saw he lit it up, and I feel like I failed him because he lit it up, and nobody on my team decided to show up that week. Unfreaking believable, but it's the life of fantasy.
Yep.
Yeah, that was in Merritt's league. Killing it.
You're welcome. That was the only
Yeah.
one I actually was that the only one I listened to? No, I lost in your league, Kevin, this week. Badly. I lost by 70 points.
You did lose badly, and I was like, "Damn, this is
Did your
just
opponent
karma."
do really well, or did you?
Oh
also-
yeah, he
kinda
he
suck?
was stacked. So
Yeah,
Right.
he played our guy Lou Shalhoub, and I think he literally has like one of the top teams in the league last year. It's crazy. So in the league that Merritt joined for me, both guys that were last place and second to last place are now first and second in the league.
Oh wow.
Like
talk
talk
kind
up,
of funny.
what's up?
The kid that came in last 2 years ago in my league came in last again last year, and he's currently in last right now.
Oh, good God,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
let's put it this
it's
way.
not great.
Lucia
That's a
Lube
lot.
has scored over 1,000 points.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Damn, how many people are in the league?
10
This
of us.
is 10 of us.
10? Okay, 10.
I've actually done better than Kevin in this league.
Here we go.
Yeah, this is a really rough year for this league for me. Like I am not used to being on like the bottom of the totem pole. Like I'm at least middle
Neither am I.
back. This is rough.
I'm
But
used
yeah.
to being at the top.
Yeah. To put it to the team that Merritt lost to, his team had Josh Allen, Kenny Walker III, Alvin Kamara, Jamar Chase, and AJ Brown, Mike Evans, TJ Hawkinson, Jordan Addison from Minnesota, the Ravens D, and the Cincinnati kicker McPherson.
That's a team right there.
That's a fucking
That's a
team.
good team right there.
Yeah, it is.
I thought my team was good. That team's crazy.
Yeah, that team is friggin' stacked. And then in the league that I'm in for Merit right now, man, Merit, I am all the way on the bottom with Merit. Like, it is rough. Absolutely.
At least you're down there
rough.
together.
I'm projected to
as
finish dead last in that league.
Oof,
Yeah,
that's tough.
it's a tough. I dropped my kicker to change my team name, and I think I honestly jinxed myself. I have to go get him back. I had so my team was shit. Don't lose my coup. Don't lose your coup for Younghoe Koo from the Falcons. And
Yeah.
then because I
Nice.
let him go,
Take me to
take
a
me
title.
to a title. Get it? Take me to a title.
Oh
Shout out to-
God.
Shout out to Tua. And he freaking sucked yesterday. So like it's the
Alright,
struggle.
Josh is somehow currently fantasy quarterback number 1, but he's been like struggling the last like 3 weeks. I've like
It's
All right,
the pains.
boys, we could continue talking about fantasy football, but we've been doing this for about an hour and 45
That's true.
minutes.
Nice. Before we leave, can I also pitch something?
Yes.
Please, for those that follow me on the Instagram, that is at kquava624. Please make sure you like my new mini series that I'm doing on my Instagram.
I do.
It is the Filibuxters with your Filipino star Bucksters, starring me and my two guys, Jay and Joss, from the gym that we go to. We after our 5 a.m. class, we kind of had a ritual where we get our Starbucks coffee at our local Starbucks. And we have a question today that we answer. So today's question was, what is your favorite Netflix show? Please tune in and check it out. Make sure you like it, share it. That'll be, rock it out. We'll see if I can, again, get Insta famous somehow. Get my name out here.
Kevin Cueva known to the masses.
Yeah. So then if anything, that can also get more viewers to this podcast and then continue to just explode and explode and explode.
There we go.
Yes.
Let's
But
go.
Merritt is signaling to me right now the wrap it up.
Getting angry text messages in the group chat.
Yes.
I'm not even texting. I'm looking at.
So
I know. I'm just kidding.
as we go. So
Yeah,
for
well.
starters, outro time. If you guys are just listening to us, continue to listen to us on all streaming platforms. We are on the Apple of Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We're on Google Play. We're on Amazon Play. Feel free to watch us on the YouTube. Guys, it's season 3, episode 1 today. And we're going to keep going. So shout out to you guys for dealing with us for not just 2 seasons. Now you're with us for a 3rd. So please keep on listening and watching at our YouTube, the Manly Musings Podcast. If you want to see us, you'll see Andrew at AMelville56. You'll see Merritt at Merritt_P. You'll see me at KQuaver624. Continue to follow the Instagram content at the Manly Musings Pod. And guys, we appreciate you. We got nothing but love for you. Continue to keep watching us. Thank you for your support. And thank you and good night. Peace, y'all.
Peace.